Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. Alright, so we're on episode 2 of Can We Survive Mars? And so far so good. So let's just get started. Alright, so we last left off with creating our power, which is the wind turbine. We got our cargo, our emergency rations and things like that. So we should be in fairly good shape. We don't have a lot of sleep yet because we still haven't made a bed. We should really see what it takes to make a bed, actually. So actually, it looks like we just need bulletproof glass, small steel tubes, construction components, and interior plates. And I also need to make a cylindrical column or interior wall and things like that too. So maybe I'll put up interior wall for now. Actually, I could just weld up the cylindrical column that I have already. So let's just do that. So interior plates, and I don't know why I brought the cargo upwards that way, because now it's a very interesting way of grabbing materials right now. But it should be fine for the most part. Okay, we don't have a lot of mats, I believe. So we have construction components. No interior plates. So we need to make them. Alright, so we just gotta weld this guy up. And we should be good to go. Perfect. Now we unlock some more progression. Now we can have our bed, basically. So a bed doesn't look like it takes too much in terms of parts, but I don't think we have a lot of materials either, so that's always another thing. But hopefully we have enough. We're missing a lot of stuff, it looks like. Oh well, it's fine. Should we make a bed next to the assembler? That sounds like it's gonna be really loud and uncomfortable, so probably not. Let's get rid of this guy here and this one, and we'll put in the interior plate, the light armor plate panel here. So let's just weld this up, and there we go. So we can weld up some other ones too. We can weld up these blocks if we want to, or as many people were saying in the comments as well, in the past and in current videos, that interior walls take up a lot less materials. So it takes 25 interior plates and 10 construction components, which is a lot less than 25 steel plates in terms of iron. So maybe it would be a good idea to use that instead. Of course, I'm going to give that a try. And interior walls do have different types of interior walls. I don't see why I can't make the specific one I'm looking for. Sci-fi one. Okay, so there you go. I don't know what that's about, but we can use that instead of the steel plates here. Might be an idea. Might be not. I don't know. We'll see. But we do definitely need to make the materials for this. I'm just going to cube a whole bunch and leave it as that, and we'll update these here. So let's just do that. And the reason why I'm updating here on the corners is because we just want to get some stabilization there. So that way, if something does happen, nothing catastrophic, it will break every single thing. This one can be a plate. I'm just leave this one. No, I'm just gonna turn this into a panel for now. Weld it up. Get some more steel plates. Alright. So we're pretty much good there. So we're gonna build a slightly bigger platform because we definitely do need to have some air tightness here so we can breathe a little bit better and eat at the same time. Looks like I'm about to run out of water. Completely forgot about that kind of aspect of the game currently, so we're gonna have to take care of that. We have the bed coming up soon, so that's gonna be helpful. That's gonna give us a lot of sleep. But of course, we probably want to get all 4 walls before we end up sleeping. So let's hopefully take care of that in a really quick second. Right, I'm not sure if I even have water. Do I have water set up? I have sparkling water. Okay, so let's just grab some of these sparkling water. Gonna have to get in the cockpit and do this really quick. Just drink some water. Replenish 29, 54, 69. Perfect. Alright, so that takes care of the water aspect. Now we gotta take care of the wall aspect. What do we need? We need construction components, interior plates. That's all we need. And we can just weld up these little pieces too. On the corners, I'm going to put more of a solid block here with interior walls. which is a good idea, just in case, you know, everything breaks down, if anything. And I gotta plan out the base a little bit, because we are going to have to make some kind of drilling system so we can collect stone a lot faster than getting it from a respawn pod or hand drilling in that case. I realize, alright, this one we're gonna have to leave as a block, this one we don't. This one we could turn to interior wall if we wanted to. Technically we don't need to do this at all. We could just play around with or just leave it as a panel instead, an armor plate or an armor panel or armor plate or whatever it's called. But we could just do this. It actually looks pretty nice with this whole camouflage woodland skin color paint, I think it was called. This one, woodland camo armor, that came with Warfare 2 DLC pack. Pretty interesting. Alright. And we do need to expand this a bit more, so we should do that, and we should use our panels or armor plates here. And it looks like by the time we extend it here, it's going to touch the ground. Not too bad. Alright, so we got a little bit of decent spacing here. And we'll just extend this probably by 2. Yeah, we'll do a 2. And already out of plates. Okay, so this is the basic struggles at the beginning. Very little materials. Well, I actually have 100 steel armor plates, so it's not too bad. Or steel plates, so it's not terrible. Okay. I'm gonna leave this side the way it is. I'm gonna extend this by 2. Oop, I extended 1 up there. And we should be good. Alright. So get rid of that thing. And let's just weld these all up right now. Alright, so the floors are pretty much done. Looking not too bad. Honestly, the corners I should probably put some more stability. So put this together. These we'll leave for now, because I think we're going to end up extending this side a little bit more. Because it's not touching the floor. This is touching the floor, so we want to extend. Don't probably want to extend this anymore, where we can't anyways. Alright, we really need to find some cobalt, because the welder that we have now is extremely slow, and it's getting really annoying. Alright, so now we're going to put up the walls. So walls we can use in the plates as well, or use anything else. Probably plates would be decent for the most part, and let's just do that. So we're probably not going to have any windows, and I want it to be on the outside so I can build within the inside. So we can start by building from right here. We can just put on the corner outside. That way we can stick it out this way. And that's going to be perfect in terms of a wall. We're just going to cover this side up as much as possible, though we didn't need to. And then we put on a wall on this side, which I think we need. Yeah, we need something here. So we could put this here for now. And we'll put it up here. Yeah, that works fine. So just build the wall from here on out. We'll probably have to make it maybe 3 floors up. I'm not sure yet. Or 3 blocks up. Alright, I'm just gonna have to build it this way so it's a little faster. And put that there. 1 here. And of course, we need a door. So that way we get some protection from any animals or spiders that might come our way. Okay, let me get rid of this double wallness. And what I gotta do next is surround it and then figure this out. Will this be airtight if I put a platform around this? I'm not too sure. If we have to change it, we'll change it to cubes if we need to. Or maybe interior walls, I don't know. We'll find out. But right now, we just gotta fill up the top piece really quickly. I'm not gonna bore you with that. So with the construction, just add it really quick and we'll be right back. Alright, so that's all done, and we are here with our new home. Kind of looks like a barn, but it's the best I can do right now with minimal parts and resources, so that should be okay. Interesting enough, I put lights in the inside and it's sticking out from the back. Not even sure if this is airtight, possible, but we shall see. And probably not the best idea to use this hatch door here, because it makes it unsymmetrical in some ways, and it takes up 2 blocks instead of 1. But might as well use it since we have it, so we're gonna have that properly open and closed there. I do wish that they would have automatic sensors on these things, so you could do the open and close thing easier. So it's a kind of food for thought in a sense. But yeah, we have our little barn, our new home that we built here, and it's time to build one of 2 things. 1, we definitely need that bed, and 2, we gotta see if it can be airtight. So a bed can easily be on this side and not next to the assemblers and things like that. So we just put it here. We should probably get some sleep, some water and food, and then proceed on from there. Let's see the bed situation. Oh wow, it gives a lot. That gives a bunch of sleep and rest really quickly. So that's a good buy or placement of the block. So next we need to drink some water. I completely forgot we didn't airtight this place yet, but we should be okay. Hopefully. Okay, that's fine. Alright, now we need to make it airtight. To make it airtight, we need an air vent. To make an air vent, I think we have the ability to do so. We do. Perfect. And the good thing about this is that we can make a small one if we wanted to. And if we make a small one, we could potentially put it here. Do you want to do that? I'm not sure, but I mean, it's possible. And doesn't take much materials. If we make the big one, it takes a little bit more. I'm not sure if a tiny one's gonna be able to, you know, kind of airtight this whole entire place, but that's another thing or another question. But this needs to be moved. I think we need to move the assembler a little bit so we can put a conveyor junction somewhere too. So let's just get rid of this really quick. We'll probably put a assembler, or not assembler, a conveyor junction in between for the time being. Oop, there's some parts there. Alright, so we're gonna put a conveyor junction right over here. The conveyors, I believe we can make them. Yes, we can. Perfect. We'll put one here. And we'll put the assembler here. Assembler. Well, in this case, we could put the assembler on top. Make it look a little bit better too. That kind of works out. Right there. Alright, so we just got welded up. Have a nice little assembler, a conveyor junction. So we can tie it up to anything else we need to do outside, which is going to be a drill system probably. Might not happen today, but we'll see. And we really need to get cobalt. This welder is a pain in the butt. It welds so slow, I'm not used to it. It's been some time since I welded up anything. So yeah, this is going to take a while, it looks like. Are we missing 20 steel tubes or small steel tubes? So hopefully we can make that soon. And we're out of iron, so we got to get some more iron just to make these steel tubes. So I've been farming this little guy for the most part for iron and stone, and it's been helpful. It's a little slow, but it's been helpful since it's got the iron that we need, and I can just drill into it and produce little like indents so it collects a whole bunch as well, which is perfect. Why we can't make stuff, not because we didn't have it, it's because I'm a dumbass and I moved the assembler up here. Alright, we got our steel tubes, small steel tubes at least. Got a conveyor. Now everything's connected like it should be. We should have more than enough of iron now. We should have a decent amount at least. Let's see, refinery. Yeah, we have a decent amount of iron. And moment of truth is the air. So we need to close this out. Get the air vent on. We can put it in the back and the front. I'm more inclined to put it right here in the front. And it looks like we can't make a vent. This is the small grid kind of vent. I'm not going to use that. It's a little cheesy. So the vent looks like we're stuck with progression. What do we need to make an air vent? Alright, so an air vent, we need to make an O2 generator or a farm. Oxygen farm. So I'm going to probably just make the O2 generator. So that's not a big deal, I believe. Hopefully it doesn't take too much parts. It may not. And we can stick it right here if we need to. We get pieces. Alright. O2H2 generator. Oh, you know what? We need to get some ice quick. Because I think we're running out. Alright, so it looks like we have some here, but it's not much. 73 on the drop pod itself. I think we have about 50 left. It's not a lot, so we definitely need to go out and get that too. Alright, so now we can actually put the vent up here if we wanted to, which is going to be an interesting spot. So vents we can now create through progression. Let's just put it up here for now. And it looks like we need parts. I think we need 2 more motors, so we'll just produce 2 more. Alright, so now we have a vent. This moment of truth. We're going to see if this is going to be airtightable. Oh, it looks like we're missing a lot more stuff. And we have our vent. And it looks like it's green. Yep, we're looking good. We have room pressurization. Room is pressurized. Problem is, it's probably going to use up a lot of our ice, which it just did. And we are going to need ice to make food, our emergency rations and stuff like that. I'm a little worried now that we're running out of a lot of stuff here. So let's just grab our water. And let's try to produce some food maybe. I think we have some food left. Or maybe not. What is these called? Emergency rations? I don't think we have any. Yeah, we don't have any at all. So we don't have to produce these. Hopefully we have enough ice to produce it. We need to go for a run for ice. We don't have a vehicle or ship to do that right now. We can change it up a little bit. Oh, looks like we're going to make 1. Okay, we are in bad shape here. But you know what? We have a nice airtight spot. We could open our helmets, breathe a little bit, take a bit of a bite there. And we can also get some water in us as well while we wait for that. Alright, so surviving, we're looking good. We got our sleep. We're half hungry. Got a bunch of water in us. So we're good. So surviving in that aspect, not too hard, but it does bring a little bit more to it. Especially when you're building a lot of stuff or doing a lot of stuff at the same time, you gotta keep worrying about food. But we do have plant and cook, so we do want to plant food, cook food, and I did forget to turn on those signals because I want to grab seeds using that. But maybe we'll wait for that instead, because I think bases might spawn some. We'll see how that goes. If not, yeah, we'll definitely turn on the unknown signals so we can grab some seeds, like to make corn and all that stuff. But now, since we are situated here, we should make a double door system actually, because we're gonna lose a lot of oxygen by not having a double door system. So, do we have enough mats to make another hatch on the outside? I probably want to make a hatch on the outside similar to the one that we have now. So we're just going to replace it right there like this. Put that on the outside. Do we have the mats for it? If we do, then great. But no, it looks like we don't. But we're going to have to deal with that right now. So we just lost a whole bunch of oxygen just now. Just doing that. And we can create this door here. So we might have all the parts for this, but we might not as well. Alright, so I think we got parts for the sliding hatch. Yes, we do. Now we can do the double door system perfectly fine. Although we probably killed all oxygen already just by opening the hatch door initially, right? Yeah, so there's pressurization, no oxygen. So we're pretty screwed now in that aspect. I do need sensors so these doors can open and close better. And yeah, so we need food. Another piece to the puzzle. We're definitely running out of food. We need ice to make food, at least for the emergency rations, stuff like that. So we should go find some. It is a little bit on the stormy side, so it's a little hard to see anything at this point. So I might stay in for just a little bit longer. Hope I will survive and continue to build out what's in here first. So in terms of plan and cook, what can we make? Not sure. Let's see. Farming. So we can make wheat farm, soya farm, not sugar farm, soya farm. So that's like tofu and stuff like that. Herbs, vegetables, apple farms, and so forth. So that's pretty cool. And there's a custom kitchen, which we probably don't need. We do have the regular kitchen we can use. That works fine. So we definitely need to plant stuff. Another way to get, I think a lot of it requires either the seed itself or some organics. And one fun way of getting organics is actually building a toilet. So that's something we need to build as well, which will be fun in that sense. The toilets we could already make, it looks like, and it doesn't, it costs a decent chunk of materials, but not too much. And of course, the one I'm gonna make is the one with privacy. For the most part, yeah, I think I'm gonna do the privacy one. So I don't think we have all the parts for it, but we can attempt to queue it up, and we can put the toilet on the corner somewhere. Let's put it right here, and we can put something over here as well. Although the shower doesn't really do anything. No, let's put something else there. We'll probably put some kind of armory over there instead, eventually. But let's hopefully we get all the materials for this bathroom, so we can make some organics eventually. We don't need it now, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But as long as we have the parts for it, we might as well just make it for the time being. And just kind of make it happen. So from my experience with the organics is that you sit there to make poop, right? And then you're going to get the poop to make your organics. Tofu, I think soya might be one of the farms that you can use it. But the biggest problem with it, or not even a problem, is what makes sense is that when you make your organics / poop, you're gonna run out of food. So if I do it now, I'm gonna collect organics, but I'm gonna run out of food, and I can't make any more food because I'm running out of ice. So we have a bit of a problem there, and we definitely need ice for our hydrogen and oxygen bottles and everything like that too. So lots to do here. I wish I'd had a window, which I could probably pop up a window. Do we have enough to make a window? Silicone, well, bulletproof glass. We just need to make, I think we have enough to make a few, right? Let's see. We can make a window, and a full-blown window is how much for 1x1? 1x1 window, where's the 1x1 window? Right here. Full-blown window does 25 glass and 10 girders. And if we make one of these guys, it uses a lot less. Okay, let's use kind of these half windows. We can use half windows or maybe these guys. Oh, this one looks even better. Probably half window at this point. Yeah, half window would be fine. So just make a half window. Let's see what we got here. We got the half window. And we could put it, we could have put it outside on the bedside. No, we put it on the side. Or put it by the door. We'll put it by the door. Let's put it right there. So we're going to end up putting it right there outside. And it looks like we need the other one. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put it right there. So we can at least see who's in front of our door, if anybody's ringing our doorbell. Although we don't have a doorbell. But at least we can see any guests, if we do have any. It looks like we don't have enough silicone to make this happen, which is not great. We definitely need more stone to get some more silicone. I mean, we could dismantle some stuff for the time being if we have to. And that's going to be, I think, motors, right? Motors take silicone? No, not motors. It's displays and computers that take silicone. I don't think, even if I remove these, I don't think we have enough for, what, 10 I needed? I had enough for 1. Alright, just had enough for one. So, guess we're gonna just get this situated. We need 4 more, so let's just get 4 more by getting some stone. We can just get the stone and iron at the same time. Right over here anyways. Alright, we got enough stone, enough silicone produced, and we have our nice first window. Why we need a window? It's so we can see outside, see if it's still storming or whatever the case is. And really I want to wait out the storm a little bit before heading out and venturing out to the wilderness to get the ice. But I guess we're just going to sit tight really quickly in the bed and kind of wait out the storm. So see you guys soon. Right, so I think the storm's passed, so we should be good to go. So looking outside, we look like we got nice clear skies. There's stars around the area, so let's just take a peek outside. So we definitely need to look for materials is one thing. We need ice is the most important thing. Now this is going to be a big risk. Well, I'm not going far because I'm not going to take anything with me. I'm just going to go by jetpack. So hopefully that's not going to spawn anything, but there's a chance that it might. So we're going to have to see if that's going to work out or not. Okay. So we're going to do the old-fashioned way of finding resources, and that's just by sight. And what I mean by sight is by looking at those patches right in front of us. So right in front of us, you'll see there's some patches, and this is something I talk about a lot all the time when we get started. And this patch will tell us if there's resources on the ground or whatever the case is. So this is right on the wall of this cliff, and it'll show us that there are some resources. And look at the find here. That is some luck right there. We got ice, we got silicone, we got magnesium, all in this bit of a cliff. So we definitely don't need to travel too far and start spawning things if we don't need to. But I still am running into a problem where there's no cobalt, because we definitely need a cobalt to make a lot of weapons, I believe, like turrets and stuff like that, and also cargo. But for the time being, I think we can salvage what we have from our ship to do that. So that's not going to be a too big of a problem. So I think we could find most of this up top, right? Can we? I'm trying to get as close to the ice and magnesium as possible. But the higher I go, it looks like the further we get out away from it. But this is a pretty big patch. So let's see what we got up top here. And it's not showing. Okay, so I got to dig through that a little bit. This looks like cobalt. And it is. The luck on this is insane. So I have cobalt. I have everything we need right here. So that's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is... Luckily, we don't have to venture too far. But you see all those patches? Well, that's snow. But you see a little patch right there? That's resources. And if I fly a little higher, that's resources as well. So we don't have to go too far to get resources currently, which is great. But let's see what this is. This is ice. Okay, this is snow. Is this snow? No, this is just the ice patch. Interesting. So this ice, not too far from here. So I'm just going to grab this ice because it's a little closer to the surface than the other one. So the other one's going to take us a while to get to the ice. So I'm just going to right click drill down here. Get as much ice as possible. Get one full round of ice for now. And then we can get our resources and dig out for the magnesium later. But we should work on that drill system really quickly too. That's something we definitely need to do. But ice was more important since we needed to make the food. And then the magnesium is important for defenses to make some ammo. So those things can kind of wait. I kind of want to get the drill going first, so we can at least get more resources through stone. Since we got everything else that we can gather later. And we can build something to gather everything later instead of hand drilling, because that's not going to be fun. Okay, so we got a K of ice. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to grab more ice because I want to be on the safe side where we can make more food and things and water and stuff like that. So I'm only going to grab the ice. I'm going to forget the stone for now. Stone we're going to get an abundance of anyways later. But this is perfect. We have everything so close to the base, which is awesome. Like I said, we don't have to go too far and have to spawn anything, which is good. So maybe I should have made this base a little bit closer over there. Then we can gather everything easier. But I guess we just made it closer to this iron deposit there, so we can easily get iron in that sense. At least we have a double door system now. We should make that sensor so we don't lose the air. We should probably make a longer tunnel just in case too. But at least we have the ice now, which is perfect. And it looks like we have an issue here. So what just happened? We are out of power? So we have turbine running. Have that running. We have a turbine running. I don't understand. We definitely don't have power, it looks like. I guess we need to make a little bit more turbines for the time being. So let's figure that out. And I don't think we could queue anything up either because nothing has power. So that's not a good sign. Alright, we're just gonna make what we can for the time being. Either something's messed up with the turbine up top, where it's not producing power for some reason. I mean, it's on. Is it just like... What did I just do? Oh, it wasn't even fully done. Either, that's not a big deal. So either it's not it is touching the grid, so it should be fine. I guess we just we're not producing enough power, because it's running a little slow. Because it's pretty low to the ground also, but... We're just gotta make more and then make a battery soon too. And hopefully that all kind of works out. So we need construction components and computer girders. So we still luckily have our respawn pod outside, so we can always make that. So it's not gonna be a big deal. So grab some iron really quick and make it from the respawn pod here. And put it in the survival kit so we can produce, you know, what we need. I think we said few of that and a few of those. All right, so I think we got everything we needed for a second turbine, and we do. So that looks good. That should give us more power, and we could weld these up to if we wanted to. I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't have all the parts, but it's fine. So we should have more power. Yep, we do. Okay, so we're just lacking power. Yeah, it looks like this went limp, which is happens to the best of us, I guess. But I think that's because we ran out of power. So I'm not sure why that is, but it could be because it's very low now, because it's very close to the base, or the roof of the base. So we don't have too much power right now for a lot of things, but at least it's working for now. We could put more turbines eventually, and well, I think we do need more turbines eventually. We gotta make it higher. And of course, we're gonna make a drill system out here too, so we definitely need more power. So we have to make a battery or so we can at least store the power. The batteries is going to take a while to make, so we have the warfare battery. We could use that. And that's going to take 80 power cells, which will be a lot, actually. Power cells take silicon nickel, which we don't have too much of. So that's definitely something we need to do or have eventually. I'm just going to put the battery right here for now. We can weld up most things except for the power side, I believe. We need to get silicone. So that we can get over there as well. But we still need a lot more parts, it looks like. Well, let's just see how far we can get with the battery so we can get set up, start making the drill system soon. Alright, so we're out of silicone. We can't make any more power cells and computers. So that's the problem. Yep, we're out of that. So we definitely need to get silicone. So let's just power up, get some sleep. Maybe make some food. Actually, let me make some food really quick. Alright, so we got 1 pack of food so far. So we'll take that food. We're going to eat this one because we're going to need it. We are on the lower parts of the food. I think we have to eat 2. Rations definitely not going to help by a lot, as you can see. But it is good for emergencies, which is what it's called. Alright, so we're going to eat another one. Oh, did I just toss it? Or did I eat it? I ate it. Okay, good. Thought I tossed it for a second there. Look how slow it is on the bottom left. Now, food is going up so slow. I just ate 2 packs and I'm only at 51. So these rations, not the best thing to have. We need more substance here. Okay, just get another one. We're going to float around the 50s for the most part. We're going to go get some silicone really quick. Hopefully some nickel if we can through stone. So we can make this drill system. So we can always go right here to get our silicone, I believe. It's a bit of a dig from what I can recall. So let's just see how far we have to go into this here. So it looks like if we go down a little bit, right around here is where we're going to get silicone. So magnesium, magnesium is about 40 away, so that's not terrible. But we are going the same direction getting the silicone, so that's not too bad. The ice, on the other hand, over here was it's a bad idea to get it because it's like 70 meters away. That's pretty far away. So we're gonna kind of leave that for now, and I'm not making the straightest hole possible, but this could be okay. It looks like we're going, oh, we're here. Okay, so I'm not sure why I said 10 meters away when it's like right in our faces. So this silicone's gonna help us with a lot of glass, which is awesome. So we're gonna keep that in mind. We're gonna get as much as we can, a handful right now. And I think most of it's just rolling out, which is fine. So even this amount of silicone is gonna help a lot, I believe. So the magnesium is gonna help too. We're gonna make some weapons so we can defend ourselves. Although, like I said, I don't think anything's gonna spawn unless we travel a little bit more. So we're gonna keep that in mind. And since we're still just getting started, we want to limit our travels a little bit for the time being, so we don't accidentally spawn out some drones, and then we're gonna pretty much lose the series because we have no defenses whatsoever. So that's always not an ideal thing to do. Alright, we're gonna grab another handful of silicone real quick. Magnesium we'll leave for now. We'll dig for it in a little bit. We'll gather some cobalt first. I think that's going to be more useful, so we can make some cargo for out, and then we're going to start drilling for stone that way. All right, so we are full once again. Let's just bring this back. Let's continue. Let's make that battery. We need the power storage for the most part, in case things like what happened before, where we just lost power, is a bit of an issue. Okay. And ice, we're okay. We can definitely use a lot more ice sooner or later, but we're good right now. So, yeah, we have a lack of power. All right, so production, we just need to make batteries. We need to make everything else. So where is my refinery? Refinery is refining silicones. That's fine. It's slowly doing those silicones, so that's always an issue. We need computers, which, okay, we're good with computers. We have our computers. We're missing 3. That's perfect. The hell? 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got our computers. Now we're gonna wait for our power cells. We need 80 of them. We have 26 here. And we're missing 40 more. So once we get to 40 more, we can make our drill. Alright, while we wait for that, we can just pull our rations and stuff like that. So food we need, water we still could use. So let's drink some water first. And look at that. We're at 100% full of water. It's been quite some time since that's happened. And food-wise, we should probably get close to, I think, 70, if anything. And it looks like we might actually make it to 70. Yeah, 70 it is. Perfect. We are looking really good in terms of survival, in terms of the eat, sleep, drink, repeat mod, at least. But we are still running into issues like power, and we are living in a really, really funky looking barn for whatever reasons. Good news is that we haven't been attacked by spiders yet, or animals. Maybe the mod destroyed it. I don't know. Let's see how that's going to work. But we're looking good. I think another fun mod to add here would be the rival AIs. I might add that once I have some defenses to kind of make it worthwhile, but we'll see how that works in a little bit. I didn't add it initially because I'm pretty sure I'll be destroyed in the first 15 minutes of gameplay because I have no defenses. And it would have been really, really rough. Or at least I suspect I would have had to keep starting over if that was the case. Because they probably will shoot down my survival kit like the first thing they see. Alright, so the production it's sounding really, really awful. and that's probably because we don't have a lack of power. So as you hear, he's like on and off, on and off. So it's draining too much power. So what we need to do is make some more turbines or make the turbines a little higher. I'm inclined to kind of make a little bit more turbines for the time being. Or maybe let's just see what we can work with. So they're not too bad. All right, so it's terrible on this side because it's touching that, but we could use it a little bit higher eventually, and that's something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add one more just to see if that's gonna fix it a little bit. If not, then we definitely need to make it a lot higher. We're gonna add one more on this side. I think we have most parts except for computers and motors. Need that really quick. Another thing I could have done is plug that respawn pod onto the base itself, but I didn't really want to do that. A little too complicated. All right, we got computers. What do we need? We need other stuff too. So let's get this done. Alright, so here is our third turbine. So it should give us a little bit more power. It's not going to be a lot since it's so low to the ground and very close to the base. It'll give us a little more for the most part. We just gotta we do need to stretch it a little higher. I think that's going to be pretty much a must at this point, especially we're going to have drills very soon. So that's another thing. Alright, so now it sounds better. It's not going on and off, on and off. So yeah, alright. Looks like I don't need sleep, but I need power, so I'm gonna rest in the bed really quick. Alright, so I don't think we're gonna have enough to make that battery. So let's just gonna start working on the drill really quick. So we need the drill. We need a piston and some conveyors, which I just removed. Okay, so these things we need to kind of queue up. For the most part. So let's just go outside. Hold on, before we go outside, I need to find out where I put this conveyor. So it's 2 from there. The third box on the outer layer. Okay. So the conveyor is, oops, found some free steel plates right here. So we'll open this up. We're gonna put the conveyor here, or conveyor junction here. And we'll bring it and we'll build it out a little bit more so we can make our pistons and everything like that. Or yeah, leave this door open. Okay. We'll build it out here. Let's see how we're gonna do this. We're gonna have to, yeah, we gotta build out one more. And then we could do a double piston system. So we can do it this way. Bring it upwards. We're gonna build it to the right, so we can make a hole in here on the right hand side, and we could put another piston here. How much does pistons cost? Not too much, so it's not too bad. So we're gonna put a piston here, and then we'll put a conveyor here, and then we can put a piston this way and even lower if we need to. We could probably put two more and then a drill, so we can bring it down this way. So it's gonna be a simple drill system for the most part. So that way we can at least start getting an abundance of stone really quickly. I might need to stop the production of the battery because I don't think we're gonna get enough batteries anyways. We don't have enough parts for everything else too. So that's always going to be a problem. Okay, so we need 2 of these. We need pistons. We had 1, 2, 3. We also need a drill, so it's gonna put all this in queue. And we might not even be able to put a lot more in here. So we're gonna get rid of the batteries for now. We'll wait for that reduction of it. Only because we're not gonna be able to make it. Because we don't have any silicone. We have silicone now, but we don't have enough nickel also. So that's another problem that we're gonna run into. So we do have an issue with nickel too, because we need to make motors for everything here. So we're gonna kind of figure that out too. I'm not even sure what I have currently that takes nickel. If not, then maybe I'll just go outside, do a little quick drilling for some stone, and then that way we could get a little bit more nickel that way as well. Alright, so hopefully this amount of stone that I picked up just now is enough to produce a little bit more of nickel. hopefully. Probably not a lot. 5k of stone, that might produce a decent amount, so that's not too bad. Alright, so we definitely need to get going with these things. So we definitely need motors for most of our construction out here. Looks like I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff here. Why? Alright, so we're lacking motors because we're lacking nickel. So what I'm going to do is gonna grab from our thrusters, because we're probably not going to move our respawn pod. So we're going to grab the 18 or so motors here, which should be more than enough. We do get metal plates of this as well, metal grids, which is a good thing. But we could probably make one small cargo container, if anything, with that amount. But more importantly, I do just want the motors, because we are out of materials or resources to get them, and this is probably the best way to do it for the time being. Because like I said, we're going to get an abundance of stone very quickly with the drill system. So at least this way we have our motors running really quick. I mean, I have our motors this way faster. It looks like we're still missing steel tubes and conveyor construction components and more construction components. Okay, so we're missing a decent amount of stuff. Alright, so that's most of the drill pieces that we need. Now we just gotta bring this guy up. So we're gonna do reverse on this piston. And like I said, we could add more pistons. So we could probably add a decent amount here. Can I grab steel plates from here? Yes, I can. Alright, so we're gonna have one. I think I could just add once for the most part, because I add another one here, then we can't do it here. We can't put the drill. So we can have one there, a drill here, and we should be good to go. Alright, so drill is gonna cost a lot. So let's see what we definitely need. So we definitely need a little bit more steel plates, which is fine. We need computers and large steel tubes. Alright, the drill's done. The other piston, I believe, is done as well. Right here. Yep, perfect. So this is my basic drilling system to get resources to get started for the most part. What I usually call these two pistons is down or downwards. If we need to group them, this is our upwards one. So we need to make it, if we need to know the difference of the two, we have that there. So this is the U or space U up. And this one is the horizontal one. So what I usually call this one is going to be H or horizontal. Alright, so just for the hell of it, I think we could add something right there. And our drill system is ready to go. So let me just get some O2 or hydrogen really quick. And we're going to put some stuff away. Always forget. Every time we put our stuff away, our magazine goes away too. So we need to keep that handy. Alright, so drill system's ready to go. We can do it the easy way. And that's to control it from out here or inside. Either one works fine. We can leave the speed as is, I believe. So our piston going down, we can kind of leave. Let's just do negative 20. Oh, well, 0.25. So we can go that way faster. So down we're gonna do 2.5 when we do reverse. So let's put our drill on. We're probably not gonna go too far down. Why we say that? Because we're gonna log jam ourselves with all this material, so we don't want to do that as well. So maybe we do one at a time. So yeah, I think that's probably our best bet. We're gonna do that drill down first, and in order to tell when we're completely full, we can look at the inventory here. So once the drill system gets completely full, we're pretty much gonna have to stop the drill system. But it looks like we're good. I think we have decent amount of cargo. Not a lot, right? So we only had the small grids medium cargo. So once this gets filled up, we should be okay for the most part. Not completely forgot something. Which most of you are gonna always heckle me about, and it's shared inertia. So here we go. Alright, so there's a good start. We have our drill. We got some resources. A quick way of getting resources now. It looks like we are both full with stone, and the drill itself is filled a bit with stone too. We can let it drill a little bit more. So once everything gets less, well, actually, let's not do that. Let's just turn that off. We gotta turn it off because we don't want to get log jammed too much. I think we already are getting a little bit log jammed, but we should leave some room for the stuff inside to be able to maneuver a little bit. So we put the stone here. We get some iron, nickel that we need, and we can finally produce our batteries. So I think before we end off, we want to get that battery going. I think we need a 35, right? Need 34. It's fine. So we could probably wait for that to get done before we move on. We're getting a decent amount of battery. Perfect. So we have it's going not too bad. We have a food. We're good in the sleeping portion. We could turn, let's just turn velocities off so it shouldn't kill too much batteries. I don't want to turn it off because I need it to be connected, but we should be good. All right, we are having a pretty good start. We are able to get more resources through stone. We have a good amount of resources out there very close to us, so we probably have to make some kind of miner so we can use and start collecting a lot more magnesium, more ice and stuff like that. So that's gonna come soon. It's likely gonna be a ship, I think. Actually, we don't even have much parts for ships. We might have to hand do a lot of stuff, but at least we know where our resources are and we're able to get a lot more from the drilling system. And we should have our battery power up very soon. We're missing 5 more, so let's just give that a little bit of a wait. All right, we got all our power cells now, and we finally have power. Well, we already had power. Now we're a way to store power, I should say. Should have flipped it to this point where I can see the marking of how much power we have, but oh well. We're gonna have to leave it as is for now because I can't disassemble it, and if I do, I'm gonna lose the power cells. So we just leave it as that. Oh wells. Right, so I think that's gonna be it for today. We have a nice little drill system. We have a little bit more power. Definitely gonna raise it up a little bit first, and we have our resources. So next episode, we're probably going to start finding a way to gather more resources. And that's going to be through some kind of vehicle. So look forward to that. Alright, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. And also, see you guys next time. Bye.